Nicholas Pickerless Goes to Sea by Bob Wilson from autoenglish.org.
Every time we leave our house, Mummy and Daddy always say to me, "Go to the toilet, Nicky, we're going out."
"Quack! Go to the toilet, Nicky, we're going out,"
repeats our parrot. I love our parrot, even though he is really annoying sometimes. Our parrot is not really our parrot. He lives outside in the garden, but he likes us and we like him. "I don't want to go to the toilet," I tell Mummy and Daddy, but it's no good. They make me go anyway, and sometimes we have to wait for ages, and then they say, "Hurry up, Nicky, or we're going to be late."
"Quack! Hurry up, Nicky, or we're going to be late,"
says our parrot. Mummies and daddies can be very silly sometimes. Anyway, today I'm going sailing, and I'm not going to go to the toilet before I leave.
Nicholas Pickerless is a fantastic sailor, and his sailboat is very fast. On his boat he has some fresh water, some lemons, and some biscuits.
Nicholas Pickerless often says, "You mustn't go anywhere without some biscuits."
Nicholas's sailboat doesn't have a toilet. Now, that is a bit like going camping and forgetting your torch, because sooner or later there is going to be a problem. Nicholas Pickerless set sail, and soon he needed the toilet, and so he started looking for an island where he could go. The parrot was now on the top of the mast, which is the big stick on a sailboat. The parrot was a poet, and now he saw his first chance to compose some verse.
"Quack! He needs the loo,
He squawked.
a number 1 or a number 2.
"Both," Nicholas shouted back.
"Oh dear,"
thought the parrot. The first island Nicholas Pickerless found was called Mr. Smax Island. Nicholas ran his wooden sailboat into the sand on the shore and stepped out. The bushes on the island rustled and then shook, and then Mr. Smax came running out and headed straight for Nicholas Pickerless. Mr. Smax stopped exactly in front of Nicholas and smacked him in the face. Nicholas Pickerless gasped, and there were tears in his eyes. However, he said nothing and got back into his boat and sailed away, looking for somewhere else where he could go to the toilet. Nicholas and his wooden sailboat went really fast across the water. 15 minutes later, his boat sailed into the bay of Kickindabum Island. Kickindabum Island looked like a nice place. Nicholas needed to go to the toilet quite urgently now, so he ran up the beach and into a forest of coconut palms. A woman, who had been hiding behind a palm tree, sneaked up behind Nicholas and kicked him in the bum. "Ouch!" cried Nicholas, and he turned round to see this naughty woman. She didn't look very friendly.
"Oh no," thought Nicholas, "it's another silly person."
And so Nicholas Pickerless ran back to his boat as fast as he could, with the silly woman chasing after him. The third island was called Chatterbox Island, which Nicholas thought sounded like a better place than the other islands. Nick was soon running up the beach, desperately looking for a toilet. He saw a white house. He rang the bell, and the door opened. "Gee," said Billy the Chatterbox in a North American accent.
It's Nicholas Pickerless, the boy who needs the washroom.
Yes, yes, answered Nicholas.
Can I use your toy?
Billy the Chatterbox interrupted him.
You're the boy who didn't go to the washroom before leaving the house.
I am, said Nicholas. But do you think I could just quickly use your toilet? It's urgent. Luckily for Nicholas Pickerless, Billy wasn't silly, not like the people on the other islands. His only annoying habit was that he couldn't stop talking.
Through there, second door on the left.
Thank you, Bill, said Nicholas as he rushed past.
Stay the lunch,
said Billy when Nicholas came out.
I'd love to,
replied Nick.
Cheers,
said Billy as he raised a glass of mango juice mixed with coconut milk.
Cheers,
said Nicholas Pickerless.
Blimey, this is really delicious, Bill.
The glasses of milk his parents gave him all the time made his stomach hurt, and so they enjoyed a marvellous meal of rice with a slice of lime and island cabbage. Bill called it his blue plate special. Just then, Nick's parrot flew in the window and got a bowl of nuts and a fine selection of fruits on a white dish divided into sections. For dessert, Nicholas Pickerless always got ice cream at home, but Billy the Chatterbox didn't have any. Instead, he got mini finger bananas, mangosteens, and papaya. Some people don't like papaya, but Nicholas Pickerless loved it.
I must eat fruit more often,
said Nicholas Pickerless with a smile.
Well, Nico, you've sure come to the right place,
said Bill, who then started to tell Nicholas all about fruits. Nicholas Pickerless was full of energy and was not in the mood to sit still and listen to Billy the Chatterbox babbling on about fruit.
Excuse me for interrupting, Bill, but on my way up here I saw a football pitch. Do you play?
Do I play? Said Billy. I am the Leo Messi of Chatterbox Island.
And so Billy and Nick had a football match. All the boys and girls on the island came to play. At the end of the game, the score was 30 goals each, which is a lot of points for a soccer game. I think the goalkeepers were quite bad.
I've got to get back,
Nicholas Pickerless said sadly.
If not, my parents will worry.
Nico, can you do something for me on your way home?
Sure, what?
Could you deliver this crate of fruit?
No problem. Which island?
Pull Your Hair Island.
Would it be okay if I just left it on the beach?
Yeah, that would be just fine. Nicholas was really sad about leaving. He had had an excellent time on Chatterbox Island.
By the way, said Nicholas Pickerless, before I leave, could I use your washroom?
Billy the Chatterbox and Nicholas Pickerless laughed. A good wind blew, and it made the coconut palms rustle, and Nicholas Pickerless and the parrot arrived home very quickly. What an excellent day they had both had! And that night Nicholas Pickerless slept all the way to 9 o'clock the next day, which surprised his mummy and daddy very much indeed. And that is the end of the first adventure of Nicholas Pickerless and his parrot, called Nicholas Pickerless Goes to Sea. Now, just imagine that you are with Nicholas, sailing on the sea and visiting islands and having lunch with Billy the Chatterbox. Good night, sweet dreams.